just found, just looking on the ground, a piece of trash that's sharp. You wouldn't want to step on at all. So. Kingston just found some more. I'm not going to pick up every rock and piece of plastic you find, sweetie. Put them in your pocket. You can do it too. Yeah, or put it in mine. Go ahead. That's fine. Yeah. It was pretty nice. We've just got a kite flying right over us. People sitting down, enjoying themselves. Some people checking out what we're doing, watching. So far, nobody's wanted to give it a try, but as I said earlier, if they do, that's fine with me. We'll let them try. I like to think of it when I'm at the beach anyways, because I've probably lost tons of change at the beach, and as much as I've found at the beach, I probably lost more, so maybe one of these days I'll catch back up and I'll actually be finding money past what I've lost already, because I've lost a lot of money at the beach, I'm sure. Wind comes up, blows your towel over. Now, there's a, if it doesn't fall out, right on top of the ground, I don't know if you can see that, big rusty nail. Just a free trip to the emergency room where you're going to get a tetanus shot. You know, perfect example. There's kids all over this place. There's just a group of people right here, and they don't have shoes on. That's laying out here. Even though I have my machine turned off so I don't hear all this junk. If I turned that feature on this, you'd see that I'd probably pull almost nothing but big nails from out in the ocean off of ships and stuff that are rusty. So people watch what we do, no question about it. And you want them to see you pick up the trash. Let them see. Oh, you got another coin here, right on top, 2 inches. The machine nailed it. We're going to give that to Kingston. That is what year? It's like a 1990 something dime. So we're up to 25 cents. Just cover our tracks right like that. We don't want to leave any holes for people to fall in. So it looks like earlier I went by the cars where people get in and out, and I didn't find anything. I decided to go up here where all the people are sitting around. We started finding a lot more. And that's just what you got to do. And apparently, somebody lost a lot of dimes. This is telling me that I've got another dime. And I do. This is a 1985 dime.
1985.
And Kingston, please take those to Mom so we don't lose them.
Mom's not there.
Oh, here, give them to me.
Mom's not there.
Okay, well, I can take them. I'm going to put these in this pocket so that I keep them separate from any change in my pocket. And my wife informed me earlier, recheck your hole. And I don't see anything, we're going to cover that up. About 20 feet in front of me to where I found the last dime, 30 feet. There's just been a line of change right here. So I would continue to do this back and forth to the dune and back, just so that you could make sure you cover your bases. Just see, so I congregate over here and get better. The change would probably get better as we got closer to those big logs and stuff where people have bonfires and set on there. We'd probably do a lot better over there. But we're doing really good here. So anyways, that's super encouraging. It's usually the pennies. I'm usually finding just the pennies, and a dime is 10 pennies. That's 10 holes I didn't have to dig. So I'm going to take a short break here. I'm going to definitely continue getting closer to that dune. Not bug any of these people. I don't want to bug them. And we'll go see if we can't get ourselves a couple dollars maybe in change, or maybe somebody dropped a ring. You just really never know. So I decided to head where those people just took off. I didn't make it very far. And I believe I have at least 2 signals here. So we're gonna have to just see. You see, even with the beach scoop, I'm pushing it all around. It'd almost be impossible to find it in the sand without something like this. I've even seen people make these out of coffee cans. Just drill some holes. It doesn't have to be fancy. A lot of guys that mine and metal detect are on a budget, and a little bit of ingenuity can save you a lot of money. This particular beach scoop, $60. And if you got a coffee can laying around, you can make a handle for, like out of a drawer knob, little drawer metal thing for $5-6. And you'll be recycling. Something and saving $60. This is telling me that it's not this deep. So hopefully I can find it really quick here. I still don't have it. But it is telling me I'm right on top of it, so we are almost there. And it's also telling me that the probable target is a penny. And like I said, I usually find a lot of pennies. And today we've been doing pretty good on the other targets. We'll get this penny out of the ground maybe. And it shows you these things go deep. These aren't old metal detectors. These modern machines, I mean, I'm down here 8 inches in the sand. And I'm gonna take a guess here. I've done this a long time. This is gonna be a big target. That's why when I was first on top, it sounded like multiple targets. I'm going for a big, probably Bud Light can. And they will play tricks on your detectors just because of some of the things that coins are alloyed with. This had been a true copper penny, but I'm gonna guess we got a big can down here somewhere, or some other large target. Sometimes it'll feel like it's right on the surface just because it's so big, and it may just be something buried. But if it's not present now, and as I get closer, is exactly what happened. Now I'm closer to the target. The metal detector's telling me it's a big piece of trash, and I'm gonna pass on this target. I can get it from here. I can hear it clear up here. That's about 24 inches over the target. I can hear it clear over here. This is going to be a giant beer can, which I like to clean up. But I think it's at a safe enough depth right now. Nobody's going to step on it and get hurt. I'm going to head back over to where those people were. I'll see if they lost any money. This particular group of people all had loose-fitting shorts and clothes on, and kids, and just their general good time at the beach behavior was that of people that would be able to roll over quite easily and lose something out of their pockets. I can see right where their whole blanket was. I'm gonna just do what I said before. I'm gonna grid it. Like that, drag my foot. Turn. I can see where I drug my foot. And I'm gonna come back over, overlapping my swing. Make sure I don't miss anything. And it's okay, especially when you first start out. You don't have to move this thing that fast. 1, 2, 3 can be slowed down a little. As long as the coil's moving, you're gonna find stuff. But something like this speed would not work. This would not work at all. It has to be in motion to work. Not hearing anything. Little place where they made a sandcastle, it looks like. And back to my turnaround point. In the hopes of something lost. I was doing really good just a few feet over. I can still see my tracks where I walked up last time. So when I get to the dune here in a minute and turn around, I can get back over there and probably get back finding stuff. But I'm going to pay attention to an area where I saw people. I'm going to give that some extra special attention so that, you know, I don't forget. I want to know where they're at when it was fresh in my mind. And I believe they're safe. I don't think they lost anything. We're gonna head straight up to that dune, and right now there's nobody around the big logs. And people have been sitting on the big logs all day. And give those a quick little thing. Last summer I had a guy in my shop. He came in 3 days after I was at this same beach. I was up by the brewery up there, digging around by the, we'll take that back with us. Big broken piece of glass melted. So I was up there digging around by the logs at the brewery, just what I'm gonna do right now. And guy came in a couple, 2-3 days later and said he was at Pacific City going around the logs, and he found a 5-ounce silver bar that said Oregon on it. So I was glad he found it. It would have been nice to have been me, but this just shows you this refreshes itself daily in the summer. It's going to be different every day. You can rehunt it basically endlessly at these logs like this. It's not going to affect anything. Every day there's people here, and every day somebody loses something. So really smells like smoke over here. One of these must have been just on fire last night. And to see, I quickly scan this area around this log. I'm gonna go right under that water tube. It's about the first time all day I haven't seen kids around that. The great thing about kids, they lose stuff. And we got a signal here. It's a dime, it says. At 3 inches. This is really close to the log. And in fact, yeah, there's the log is actually right there, less than 3 inches. And my metal detector works. Modern technology. Another dime. 2012. Following our rules. We're gonna check. Sure enough, I checked my hole right here next to it. This one's telling me it's a quarter. And it's also at 3 inches deep. Well, I said people will sit here. Things fall out of their pocket. And true to what my VDI and my probability is, we have a 1979 quarter. So we're just really doing good here today. Doing very, very, very good here today. Once I felt lucky enough to get over here, check my hole again. Felt lucky to get over here with these logs for a chance, and it immediately paid off. And that signal disappeared, so we just learned to walk on. I'm going to quickly go check that spout. Yeah, I did notice most of the kids up here weren't really wearing the type of suits that had pockets on them and stuff. It's kind of like the bottom of a slide, you know. So if a kid shows up, they're just naturally attracted to being here. Just take a quick look. Fun, no big deal. And kind of figure over time, anybody that is rolling up here and running down, seems like there should be just along the space. Seems like there should be like just a kind of a trail of coins. Seems like there should be, but that's not always the case. That's okay. It's getting later in the afternoon here, and it is just actually getting prettier and prettier on the coast. So I see my line from where I was. And I'm going to follow it back. So that I make sure I don't not cover some area. Two coins right there. You know, maybe about 50 people probably walked past this bottle today. It's been broken and melted in a fire. It's right on top of the ground. That would be a pretty nasty cut. And we're gonna pick that up. Make sure everybody keeps having fun out here. So we don't want anybody getting hurt. Now I'm tempted. Oh, I got a signal. Kind of tempted to go check that log real quick just because nobody's over there, but my metal detector is telling me to do something different. So, give it a quick dig. See what we come up with. Registered as a penny, and it is again a big bottle cap off a big beer or something. If you were barefoot, that'd slice your foot right open. Check our hole, and we don't. So I believe I probably should go check that big log, but I can smell one of these logs was on fire last night. It might be that one, I don't know. I'm gonna stay on my track back to the truck. This has been paying off, so I cover ground that I know I've covered. That wind's going to change. Just try and get that wind to stop for us. Put my hood up. This is great for metal detecting, filming, but I'm walking directly in the wind. You need to see me, and there's really not a way for us to film with me walking out any other way. So we're just gonna deal with it as I head back to the truck. I'm going back through the little area here where the family was. Didn't hear a beep, which means I did an okay job of covering the ground. Maybe a final target at the beach. We'll not know. You never know. It's fun though. Anytime I don't get skunked, I feel pretty happy with the day. But let's shut this off. Just a really good example of what you're doing good. You're putting a little coin in your pocket. You're having fun. You know, you're picking that up off the beach. Of course, my metal detector didn't find that. My eyes did. That's a gnarly cut waiting to happen. And so is that. And I guess the point is to just, you know, get the trash and the treasure. That way people see what you're doing is good. Next time, we'll We'll try one of the parks back in town and see how we do there. Again, any place kids congregate.